I heard my wife tell someone over the phone that our sick daughter wasn't my own daughter. She belonged to her high school sweetheart. This was the worst day of my life, and I had to make a tough decision. Hello, thank you for your continuous support. This means a lot to us. If you enjoy the stories we share, kindly subscribe to this channel. It will be great if you can leave a comment on which city you are watching from. We might just give you a shout out in our next story. Today's special shout out goes to Kurt from Dallas, Oregon. We are glad you enjoy our stories. Now let's dive into the details of today's story. I'm sitting here in this damn hospital room, and it's late past midnight, I think. The clock on the wall stuck at 11:47, so who knows? Machines beep around me, steady but annoying, like a dripping faucet you can't shut off. My hands ache from clenching them, but I loosen up to fix Lily's blanket. She's 8, my little girl, and she's drowning in this bed, too small, too pale, hooked up to tubes that snake out of her like she's some science project. Leukemia, they call it. Been eating at her for weeks. She's asleep now, though, her chest barely moving under the thin sheet. I brush her hair back, dark curls, soft as anything, and it's the only thing keeping me sane. I've been here days. Haven't slept more than an hour at a stretch. Work keeps buzzing my phone, some projects late, and my boss is pissed, but I don't pick up. Lily needs me. Her fever spiked 2 nights ago, and I held her hand through it, whispering dumb stories about pirates and treasure till she drifted off. Sarah's supposed to be here too, but she's gone again. Said she was grabbing coffee. That was, 3 hours ago? 4? I don't even check anymore. She's always got an excuse, coffee, a call, some errand. I've been carrying this alone, and I'm too tired to care. Till tonight. I hear her before I see her. Her voice slips through the crack in the door, low and quick, like she's scared someone's listening. He doesn't know, she says. She's yours. Always has been. My stomach drops. Hard. Like I've been kicked off a ledge. I stop breathing, stop moving, just sit there with my hand on Lily's head, curls tangled in my fingers. I can't keep doing this alone, Sarah adds, and then it's quiet. Footsteps clicking away down the hall. Who's he? Who's yours? My brain's a mess, spinning too fast to grab onto anything solid. Lily's mine. She's mine. 8 years, every diaper, every scraped knee, every bedtime story, that's me. But those words, they're a knife, twisting slow. I don't get up. Don't chase her down the hall and demand answers. I should, maybe, but my legs won't move. I just stare at Lily. Her face is slack, peaceful, like she's dreaming of something good. I've always thought she looked like Sarah. Heart-shaped face, sharp little nose, but her eyes are closed now, and I'm glad. They're green. Bright green, like new leaves. Mine are brown, muddy and plain. Sarah's are blue, cold as ice sometimes. Green doesn't fit. I've noticed it before, sure, but I never thought about it. Never had to. Now it's all I can see, even with her lids shut. Those eyes don't come from me. Maybe they never did. My chest hurts. Not like a heart attack, just a weight, heavy and growing. I keep stroking her hair, mechanical now, like it's the only thing I know how to do. Sarah's out there talking to someone, and I'm in here stuck with a truth I didn't ask for. Is Lily mine? Was she ever? 8 years, and I might have been raising someone else's kid. The thoughts a punch over and over, but I don't cry. Don't yell. Don't even flinch when a nurse pokes her head in, asking if I need water. I shake my head, mumble something, and she's gone. It's just me and Lily now, like always. The machines keep beeping. Her breathing's soft, steady. I lean closer, rest my forehead on the edge of her bed. I've been her dad, her only dad. Built her a treehouse last summer, hammered my thumb purple doing it. Taught her to ride a bike, running alongside till she didn't need me anymore. That's real. That's mine. But what if it's built on a lie? What if Sarah's been playing me this whole time, smiling at me over dinner while she's got some other guy whispering in her ear? My hand tightens in Lily's hair, too tight, maybe, and I let go fast, scared I'll wake her. I don't know what's true yet. Don't know who Sarah was talking to or what she's hiding. But that seed's there now, buried deep, and it's growing. I look at Lily again, her green eyes hidden, and I wonder, God help me, I wonder if I've been blind too long. If the little girl I'd die for isn't mine at all. We're home now. Back in our little suburban box with the peeling paint and overgrown lawn. Lily's out of the hospital stable, they say, but she's still a ghost of herself. She's curled up on the couch, wrapped in a quilt my mom made years ago, her eyes half open as some cartoon drones on the TV. I'm in the kitchen, stirring mac and cheese on autopilot, the wooden spoon scraping the pot louder than it should. I haven't slept right since that night, since Sarah's voice sliced through me like a razor. She's yours. It's on a loop in my head, and I can't turn it off. I'm avoiding her. Sarah? She's here, flitting around like everything's normal, grabbing laundry, humming some tune I don't recognize. I keep my head down, focus on the stove, on Lily's meds lined up on the counter like soldiers. 2 pills at 6, 1 at 8, keep her steady. That's my job now, keeping her steady. But Sarah's eyes catch me sometimes, and I look away fast. I don't want her to see what's brewing in me. Doubt, anger, questions I'm too scared to ask out loud. It's the little things that start cracking me open. I catch them now, stuff I never clocked before. Like this morning, she's in our bedroom, folding clothes, and I'm looking for Lily's socks. I open her closet, and there's this box, small and metal, tucked behind a pile of sweaters. It's locked. Never seen it before. I don't touch it, just stare, my heart thudding, but when I turn, Sarah's in the doorway, watching me. "What are you doing?" she says sharp, like I've crossed a line. I mumble something about socks and back off, but her face stays tight, and I know she's hiding something. Then there's her phone. She's always on it now, more than usual. I pass by the living room, and she's texting, her thumbs flying, a little smile tugging at her lips. I stop, lean against the wall, out of sight. She glances up, sees nothing, goes back to it. A second later, she deletes the thread. Swipe gone. My throat burns. Who's she talking to? The same guy from the hospital call? I want to snatch the phone, demand answers, but I don't. I just stand there, fists clenched, feeling like a stranger in my own house. I try to test her casual-like. Dinner's quiet, Lily's picking at her food, and I'm pushing peas around my plate. "Hey," I say, keeping my voice light. "Remember that high school reunion you went to last year? Whatever happened to those old friends?" Sarah freezes, fork halfway to her mouth. Her eyes narrow, just for a second, then she shrugs. Nothing happened. They're just people I used to know. Her tone's clipped, like she's slamming a door shut. "Why are you asking?" I force a smile, say it's nothing, just curious. But she doesn't relax, and neither do I. She's deflecting, and it's gasoline on the fire in my chest. Night comes, and I can't sleep. Lily's in her room, breathing soft through the baby monitor. I still keep on. Sarah's out cold beside me, her back a wall I don't cross. I slip out of bed, barefoot, and head to the living room. There's a box of old photos under the coffee table, stuff from before Lily, before everything got complicated. I pull it out quiet as I can and start flipping through. Wedding shots, me grinning like an idiot, Sarah in white. Then older ones, her high school days. Cheerleaders, football games, her with a crowd I never met. And there he is. Some guy, tall, lean, dark hair, arm around her in a blurry shot. She's laughing, head thrown back, happier than I've seen her in years. I don't know his name, but I know his smile. Because I've seen it before. On Lily. My hands shake as I hold the photo up, the edges creasing under my grip. Lily's got that same wide mouth, that same tilt when she grins. Not mine. Not Sarah's. His. My lungs burn, like I've been holding my breath too long, and I drop the picture back in the box. It's not proof, not really, but it's enough. Enough to make that seed from the hospital sprout roots, twisting through me. She's been lying. 4 years, maybe. And I've been too dumb, too trusting to see it. I sit there on the floor, staring at nothing, till the clock hits 3. Lily coughs through the monitor, and I'm up, moving before I think. She's okay, just stirring, but I stay by her bed, watching her sleep. She's so fragile, skin almost see-through, but she's still my girl. My little shadow, trailing me since she could walk. I built her a life, us a life, and now it's crumbling. I want to run. Pack a bag, hit the road, leave Sarah and her secrets behind. But Lily's hand twitches, reaching for something in her dreams, and I can't. Not yet. She needs me, needs her dad, whoever the hell that is. So I stay, but my mind's already mapping an exit. A way out of this lie I've been living. We're back at the hospital, and it's like I never left. Same bleach smell, same beeping machines, same chair digging into my back. Lily's in her final stretch of treatment. Chemo's done its job, they say, and she's hanging on. She's still weak, though, a little bird with clipped wings, but her eyes are brighter today. I'm by her bed, counting out pills, crushing them into applesauce because she hates swallowing them whole. I haven't slept more than a couple hours in days. My head's foggy. My hands move on their own. It's all I've got left to give her. Sarah's here, technically. Physically, anyway. She drifts in and out, a shadow I barely look at. She's texting again, always texting, her phone lighting up her face while I'm wiping Lily's chin or adjusting her foreline. I don't ask who's on the other end. Not anymore. I know it's him, whoever he is. The guy from the photo, the one with Lily's smile. My voice stays locked up when she's around. Need anything? She asks once, and I grunt, no. That's it. One word. She sighs, mutters something about me being tired, and goes back to her screen. She doesn't get it. Doesn't see the wall I'm building, brick by brick. I throw myself into Lily. Every minute, every breath, she's my anchor. I read her stories, pirates again, because she loves the sword fights. My voice hoarse but steady. I sneak her a chocolate bar when the nurses aren't looking. Watch her grin through the crumbs. She's getting better, slow but sure. Her laugh's coming back, faint but real, and it's the only thing that keeps me from falling apart. I don't talk much otherwise. Don't have the energy. The nurses bustle in, check her charts, nod at me like I'm part of the furniture. One of them, a short woman with gray streaks in her hair, pats my shoulder one night. "You're such a good dad," she says, smiling like it's a gift. Not everyone sticks around like this. The words hit me like a slap. Good dad. I nod, mumble thanks, but inside it burns. Am I? Am I even her dad? I don't know anymore, and that's the worst part. Sarah's pulling away. I feel it. She used to hover, fuss over Lily, but now she's half gone even when she's here. Yesterday, she sat in the corner, texting for an hour straight while I held Lily through a fever spike. Didn't even look up when a monitor beeped faster. I wanted to smash that phone, scream at her to wake up, but I didn't. Just gritted my teeth and sang Lily a lullaby till she settled. Sarah noticed my silence after, tilted her head like a confused dog. "You okay?" she asked, all soft and fake concerned. "Just tired," I said, flat as pavement. She bought it or pretended to and went back to her little world. Fine by me. I don't need her questions. The days blur. I lose track of time. Could be Tuesday, could be Friday. My beard's scruffy, my shirt's wrinkled, but Lily's numbers are up. The doc comes in, all brisk and cheerful, says discharge is close. Few more days, he tells me, clapping my back like we're buddies. I force a smile, nod, but my gut's churning. Discharge means home. Home means Sarah. Means facing whatever she's hiding, whatever I've been too scared to dig into. I'm not ready. Not for that locked box, not for the truth about that photo. But Lily's ready, and that's what matters. She's coloring now a shaky picture of a boat, and she holds it up for me. "For you, Daddy," she says, voice thin but proud. I take it, pin it to the wall with a thumbtack, and my throat locks up. Daddy. God, I hope that's still true. It's the last day, discharge day. That breaks me. I'm packing Lily's bag, folding her pajamas when Sarah walks in. She's late again, hair messy, but she's smiling. Not at me, at her phone. She's texting, thumbs dancing, and there's this grin on her face, small and secret, like she's got a private joke I'm not in on. I freeze, bag half zipped, and watch her. She doesn't notice me staring, doesn't see the way my hands clench. That grin, it's not for us. Not for Lily, not for me. It's for him. The guy she's been whispering to. The one who might have given me 8 years of a lie. My chest tightens, a slow squeeze, and something snaps loose. I'm done. Done pretending, done waiting, done carrying her mess while she smirks at screen. Lily's coming home, and she'll be okay. She's got to be. But me. I can't stay in this cage anymore. Sarah's still typing, oblivious, and I turn away, shove the last of Lily's stuff in the bag. I'll get her settled, make sure she's safe. Then I'm gone. I don't know where yet, just out. Away from that grin, that phone, that locked box of secrets. It's time. It's dark when I leave, pitch black, no moon, just the hum of the house behind me. Lily's asleep, tucked in her bed with that boat drawing pinned above her. She's safe now, breathing steady, and that's all I need to know. My bag slung over my shoulder, just a duffel stuffed with a couple shirts, jeans, my toothbrush. No note, nothing to say. Sarah's in the bedroom, probably still glued to her phone, oblivious. I don't look back as I slip out the door, keys jingling soft in my hand. The truck's cold when I climb in, engine rumbling to life, and I hit the gas, peeling out onto a highway that stretches into nothing. I drive. No plan, no map, just away. The road's empty, just me and the headlights slicing through the night. Lily's laughter echoes in my head, high and bright, like when we'd chase each other in the yard. "Catch me, Daddy," she'd squeal, and I always did. Now it's mixed with Sarah's voice, that whisper from the hospital. "She's yours." Lies piling on lies. My hands grip the wheel till my knuckles ache, and I crank the radio, some old rock song, loud enough to drown it all out. Doesn't work. I keep seeing her face, Sarah's, smirking at that phone, like I was nothing. Like we were nothing. I pull over at some gas station, miles from home, and fish my phone out. My fingers shake as I type. I know Lily isn't mine. Go marry him. Short, sharp done. I hit send, watch it go through, then block her number. Block Lily's, too, her little flip phone she barely uses. Can't risk hearing her voice, not now. I log into the bank app next, hands clumsy on the screen. Joint accounts gone. I transfer everything to my personal one, cut her off cold. She'll figure it out when the car declines. Let her high school lover pay for her coffee now. I toss the phone on the seat, pull back onto the road, and keep going. The motel's a dive, neon sign flickering vacancy, parking lot cracked and empty. Somewhere off the highway, doesn't matter where. I check in with cash, $20 for a room that smells like stale smoke and regret. The clerk barely looks up, just slides me a key. Inside, it's a bed with a lumpy mattress, a TV bolted to the wall, sink that drips. I drop my bag, sit on the edge, and my phone starts buzzing. Sarah. Over and over, her name lighting up the screen. I don't answer. I rip the SIM card out, snap it in half, and chuck it in the trash. Silence hits hard, and I'm alone with my head. Memories creep in uninvited. Our early days, me and Sarah. Back when I thought we were solid. We'd met at a bar, her laughing at my dumb jokes, me falling fast. Wedding was small, backyard, string lights, her in a dress she borrowed. I'd carried her over the threshold of our first apartment, both of us giggling like kids. Lily came quick after, tiny, screaming, perfect. I'd pace the floor with her at night, singing off key till she settled. We were happy, weren't we? But there were cracks even then. Sarah pulling away, quiet spells I chalked up to tired nights. Trips to see friends that stretched too long. I trusted her, loved her, built a life on quicksand. Now it's gone. I lie back in a bed, springs creaking, and stare at the ceiling, yellowed stained, like my insides feel. I've been raising someone else's kid. 8 years of love poured into a lie. Lily's not mine, not by blood anyway. That photo, that locked box, Sarah's grin, they all scream it. I walked away from a house, a marriage, a daughter who might never know why. My chest's tight like it's caving in, but I don't cry. Haven't got tears left. Just this hollow ache gnawing at me. I pull my phone out again, new SIM from the gas station, bare bones, no contacts. There's one picture left, synced from the cloud before I trashed it all. Lily. Last summer, at the park, sundress, gap-toothed smile, holding a dandelion she'd picked for me. "Make a wish, Daddy," she'd said, and I'd blown the seeds with her laughing. My thumb hovers over the delete button. She's not mine. She's his. I press it, watch her face vanish, and the screen goes black. But it's still there, burned in me. That smile, that laugh, that ache. I can't erase it no matter how far I run. I'm gone, and the world's still spinning, or crashing, depending on who you ask. Sarah's back at the house, probably staring at a stack of bills she can't pay. I cut her off, bank accounts, credit cards, all of it. Left her with nothing but her secrets and that phone she loves so much. She's scrambling now, I bet, pacing that kitchen where I used to cook Lily's dinners. The power's probably flickering, past due notices piling up on the counter. She's got no job, hasn't worked since Lily was born. I carried us every paycheck, every late night. Now she's calling him Mark, the guy from the photo, her high school ghost. She dials him up, voice shaky, begging for help. He's thrilled at first, his big chance, I guess, but he's flaky. A dreamer with no cash, no backbone. Promises her the moon, then bails when the electric gets shut off. She's stuck, and I'm not sorry. Me? I'm miles away, holed up in some coastal town where the air smells like salt and fish. Found a cheap room above a bar, creaky floors and a window that rattles in the wind. I'm working now, mechanic gig at a garage down the road. It's quiet, just me and the engines, grease under my nails. I keep my head down, don't talk much. The guys at the shop try. Ask me to grab a beer after, shoot the breeze, but I shake my head, mutter excuses. Friends from back home text sometimes, old buddies wondering where I vanished to. You okay, man? They ask. I don't answer. Phone stays on silent, their messages piling up like those bills I left behind. I don't want to explain. Don't want their pity. Days blur into weeks. I fix carburetors, change oil, listen to the ocean roar at night. It's a new start, fragile as hell, but it's mine. No Sarah, no lies, just the hum of a life I can control. Except it's not clean, not really. Lily's still there every time I close my eyes. I dream of her vivid, gut-punching stuff. She's standing in that hospital room, small and pale, looking up at me. Where'd you go, Daddy? She asks, voice soft but sharp, cutting right through. I wake up sweating, sheets tangled, the question stuck in my throat. I left her. Had to. But it's a weight I can't shake, heavy as the tools I lug around all day. Back at the house, Sarah's desperate. She's tried Mark. He's useless, flaking again, probably drunk somewhere dreaming of the old days. She's got no money, no plan, and Lily's asking questions she can't answer. When's Daddy coming home? I can hear it, see those green eyes wide and confused. Sarah's out of moves, so she digs deeper, hires a PI. Some sleazy guy with a cheap suit, sniffing around for me. She scrapes together cash. Maybe pawned her wedding ring, the one I slid on her finger 9 years ago. She's coming undone, and I'm the loose thread she's chasing. I don't know if she's looking, not yet. I'm too busy keeping my head above water. Work's steady, but the nights are long. I sit in the rickety bed, staring out at the sea churning under gray clouds. There's a bottle of whiskey on the table, half empty, my doing, but it doesn't quiet the noise in my head. Lily's laughter, Sarah's whispers, that photo of a guy I never met. It's all there, looping like a bad song. I walked away, cut them off, but I didn't escape. Not really. I check my phone sometimes, new number, no ties, but there's nothing to see. Just a blank screen and a ghost of a life I torched. The PI's good, though. Better than Sarah deserves. He tracks my trail, gas station receipts, the motel clerk who remembered my truck. Takes him a while, but he finds the town. This little speck on the coast, where the waves crash and the streets are quiet. He calls her, voice gruff over a crackly line. Got him. He's here. Sarah's hands shake when she hears it. Relief, maybe, or panic. She's coming. Doesn't know what she'll say, doesn't have a plan, but she's packing a bag, Lily's hand in hers, and heading my way. I don't feel it yet. Just the wind off the water, the ache in my chest, but she's closing in, and everything I ran from is about to catch up. The storm's rolling in hard tonight, rattling the windows of my little rental above the bar. Rain's pounding the roof, a steady drum that matches the thud in my chest. I'm on the bed, boots off, staring at the ceiling when the knock comes, sharp, insistent, cutting through the noise. I don't move at first. Nobody knows I'm here, not the guys from the garage, not the bartender downstairs. But it keeps going louder, desperate, and I know before I even open the door. It's her, Sarah. She's found me. I swing it open, and there she is, hair wet, eyes wild, Lily clinging to her side. My little girl's bundled in a too big raincoat, but slipping off, and the second she sees me, she breaks free. Daddy, she yells, voice bright and breaking, and she's in my arms before I can think. She's real warm, small, her damp curls sticking to my neck. I hold her tight, tighter than I mean to. Then for a second, it's just us. No lies, no miles, just her. But then Sarah steps in, dripping on my floor, and the air turns thick. Daniel, she starts, voice shaky. We need to talk. I don't look at her. Just set Lily down, point her to the couch where a blanket's crumpled. She goes oblivious, chattering about the rain like it's an adventure. Sarah's still standing there, wringing her hands, and I finally meet her eyes. They're red, tired, but I don't care. What do you want? I say, low and cold. She flinches, then steps closer. I was young, she says, words tumbling out fast. Scared. I didn't mean to hurt you. It was a mistake. Mark was a mistake. I'm sorry, okay? I'm so sorry. I laugh, a short, bitter sound that surprises me. Sorry, I snap. 8 years, Sarah. 8 years of my life, and you're sorry? My voice rises, and Lily glances over, but I can't stop. You let me raise her, love her, while you're sneaking around with him. You don't get to just say sorry. She's crying now, tears mixing with the rain on her face, but it doesn't soften me. I'm shaking, fury boiling up from somewhere deep, when another knock hits, harder, angrier. The door flies open, and there he is. Mark. Tall, lean, dark hair plastered wet to his skull. The guy from the photo, the one with Lily's smile. He storms in, eyes locked on me, and points a finger like a gun. You don't get to play hero, he snarls. She's mine, my daughter. You think you can just take her, act like I don't exist? I'm on him before I know it, chest to chest, my hands balled into fists. Yours, I roar. Where were you? 8 years, diapers, fevers, hospital beds. Where the hell were you? He shoves me, I shove back, and it's chaos. Sarah's yelling, stop it, both of you, but we don't hear her. You stole my family. Mark shouts, face red, spit flying. She was mine first. I swing, a wild punch that grazes his jaw, and he stumbles, but he's back up, lunging. I built her a life, a bellow. You didn't even show up. The room's a mess of noise, thunder outside, our voices crashing, Sarah screaming, and then a small sob cuts through it like a knife. Lily. She's off the couch, standing there, tears streaming down her face. Daddy, stop, she cries, voice breaking, and it's a punch to my gut. I freeze. Mark stumbles back, and Sarah's on her knees, reaching for her. Lily's shaking, looking between us, and I see it, fear in those green eyes. Not of Mark, not of Sarah, of me. I drop my hands, step back, chest heaving. She doesn't understand, not the lies, not the blood, but she needs me. Needs someone. And I'm still her dad, aren't I? Even if I'm not. Mark's breathing hard, glaring, but he doesn't move. Sarah's sobbing, muttering apologies to no one. I look at Lily, her little hands clenched, and the fight drains out of me. She's not just his, not just hers. She's mine too, mine in every way that matters. I built her world, held her through the dark. Blood or not, that's real. But what now? Cut them off forever? Walk away clean? Or redefine it? Be there somehow without drowning in their mess? Mark breaks the silence first. This is bullshit. He spits, and he's out the door, slamming it so hard the walls shake. He's gone, storming off into the rain, leaving his claim behind. Sarah's still on the floor, looking up at me, pleading with those eyes I used to love. Daniel, please, she whispers. We can fix this. I don't answer, just look at Lily, who's crept closer, her hand grabbing mine. She's clinging tight like I might vanish again, and I'm torn in half. Mark's out, Sarah's begging, and Lily's here, needing me. I don't know what I'm choosing, not yet, but her grip's the only thing keeping me steady. It's been months since that stormy night, and I'm still here, rooted in this coastal town where the air is thick with salt and the days move slow. The park's just down the road from my rental, a scruffy patch of green with a swing set and a gravel path that loops around a pond. I'm walking it now, Lily beside me, her sneakers kicking up dust. She's got a stick in her hand, dragging it along the ground, leaving little lines behind her. It's quiet, just the wind rustling the trees and the distant creak of a swing. This is how it is now, me and her, once in a while, no Sarah, no strings. I set the rules after that fight, after Mark bolted and Sarah begged. I see Lily when I can, but that's it. No money, no promises, no going back. Sarah's still in the old house, last I heard. Struggling, probably Bills piling up, no job, no Mark to lean on. He's gone for good, took off after that night, and hasn't shown his face since. She nodded when I laid it out, eyes wet, mouth tight, but she didn't fight me. Couldn't, maybe. She knows she's got no ground left to stand on. I don't ask how she's getting by, don't care. My focus is Lily, keeping her steady, keeping something real between us. She's 9 now, taller than I remember, her green eyes sharp and curious. She's recovering, chemo's a memory, her hair's growing back thicker. She's tougher than she looks, tougher than me some days. We walk slow, her stick scraping, and she's quiet at first. Then it comes, soft but clear. Why'd you leave, Daddy? My chest tightens, like it always does when she calls me that. I've been waiting for this question, dreading it. I look down at her, those eyes searching mine, and I can't give her the whole truth. Not the lies, not the betrayal, not the way her mom tore me apart. She's too young for that weight. So I go with half-truths, the kind that don't cut too deep. I had to figure some things out. I say, voice rough, grown-up stuff. But I'm here now, okay? She nods slow, like she's chewing it over, but doesn't push. She's smart, knows there's more, but she lets it sit. For now. The path curves, and we stop by the pond. Ducks drift on the water, lazy and unbothered. I sit on a bench, weathered with digging into my legs, and she plops down next to me, closer than she needs to be. Her shoulder brushes mine, and it's a lifeline, small but real. Did you miss me? She asks, twirling the stick between her fingers. Every day, I say, and it's not a lie. Thought about you all the time, your laugh, those pirate stories. She smiles, faint but there, and leans her head against my arm. I missed you too, she whispers, and it's enough to break me if I let it. I don't. Just rest my hand on her head, feel her there, solid and mine in a way no one can take. I'm not whole, not even close. The garage keeps me busy, the whiskey keeps me numb, but there's a hole where my life used to be. Sarah's face still haunts me sometimes. Those early years, the love I thought was real. It's gone, ashes now, and I don't mourn it. But Lily? She's the piece I can't lose, blood or not. I built her world, every scraped knee, every bedtime hug, and that's what sticks. Mark's out there somewhere, a ghost who never showed up, and Sarah's paying for her choices. Me, I'm here, fractured but standing, because Lily needs a dad. And I'm still that, even if it's messy. We're quiet for a while, just watching the ducks. She starts talking about school, a friend named Ellie, a teacher who's mean about homework. I listen, nod, toss, and a yeah, or that's rough when she pauses. It's normal, simple, and it's everything. The sun's dipping low, painting the water gold, and she hops up, stick forgotten. Race you to the swings, she calls, already running, her laugh cutting through the breeze. I stand slow, let her get ahead. She's fast now, stronger, and I watch her go, dark curls bouncing, arms pumping. She reaches the swings, turns back, waving like I'm miles away. I'm not. I'm right here, walking toward her, knowing I'll never fully let go. Not of her. She's mine, not by blood, maybe, but by choice, by love, by every moment I didn't walk away. The park's fading into dust, but we've got this fractured real thing that holds. And that's enough. That's it. My story, rough edges and all. Took a lot to get here, to figure out what holds me to Lily, even when everything else fell apart. If it means something to you, hit that subscribe button. Stick around for more. Drop a comment too. Tell me what you do or what you've been through. Maybe share this with someone who needs it. I'm still out here walking that path, and I'd rather not